I'll be honest with you, out of all the meals that I would have to give the most critique to, this right here is probably the most interesting meal of the entire day. I thought, Will, are you going through something? Are you okay? What's going on here? And then also we have here Earth's butthole in a glass. What is going on, guys? This is Joe and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Today we're doing a full day of eating like the man, the myth, the beauty himself, Will Tennyson. Okay, we have all the groceries right here. We're eating around 2,500 calories for the entire day. This is his brand new updated cutting diet that he recently just posted. His full video for all his recipes on how to make them will be in the description down below. I'm still gonna make them, eat them, review them, tell you what I think, tell you what I like, tell you what I don't like, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get right to meal number one. Alrighty, so meal number one, we have 3 scrambled eggs. Will puts on kimchi on this thing. I just put on some Red's Hot buffalo sauce for these eggs right here. He is a bigger fan of whole eggs than egg whites. Personally, I go more egg whites, but I'm only eating egg whites when it's dipped in bread and cooked with French toast. If I'm eating like just eggs cooked, I actually do prefer whole eggs over them. They are higher calorie because they have more fat in them, but if you can make them more than their calories, by all means. And then also we have here Earth's butthole in a glass. This entire smoothie, we have 250 mLs of coconut water. We have lime juice, 100 grams of pineapple, 175 grams of Greek yogurt, 40 grams of celery, 75 grams of spinach, 1 apple, and 75 grams of cucumber. I mean, there is really an entire garden in this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a little bit of a taste test here. Well, I'll be damned, that's actually pretty damn good. Eggs. I'll put the total calories. Ugh, the hot sauce got in the back of my throat. I'm gonna put the total calories of this entire meal on the screen. I'm just following Will's recipes throughout the entire day, so I put up what he has already tracked. Well done, Will. Well done. Eggs done. Alrighty, smoothie is pretty much done. Meal is complete. After the meal, I feel relatively pretty good. I'm not extremely stuffed. I'm still not hungry though, but I am actually satisfied. So this is a good balance right here of food. What I love about this meal is that you're hitting a lot of different, nutritional bases here, okay? You have protein from the eggs. You also have some healthy fats in there as well. You're getting in plenty of micronutrients from the fruit and the vegetables that are going into this thing. And I love the protein component with the Greek yogurt in here because a lot of smoothies and stuff like that, what they lack is protein. And I love the fact that he threw that in there. You can honestly drink just the green shake alone. They have a very good healthy breakfast, but of course the eggs are just an added bonus in there as well. I'm satisfied. I'm not overly stuffed. I am relatively full. I'm not hungry. And this, at the end of the day, I don't think anyone can argue, this is just a healthy meal. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I give this meal like an overall 9 out of 10, honestly. Yeah. Alrighty, so we are outside the gym right now. I'm actually about to do Will's shoulder and arm day. So Will's workout split is broken down into a 5-day training split. Day 1, he has legs. On day 2, he has chest and back. Day 3, he has shoulders and arms. Day 4, he has chest, back, and biceps. And then on day 5, legs, shoulders, and tricep. Personally, I think this is a great split because you're allowing your body to hit every muscle group twice per week. I myself personally do a 6-day training split, but this is another option that I may consider doing in the future if I ever just don't feel like working out on the weekends. I'm personally always a big advocate of hitting every muscle group twice per week. He executes this perfectly in his training split. For everything that I'm basing this video off of, I'm gonna link Will's video in the description down below for all the recipes, the workout split, everything like that is gonna be in his video description. So if you like what you see and you want to learn more, go watch that video, go look in his description down below. I'm not gonna put any of this in my description. I'm just gonna link his video. So if you really want to learn more, go watch his video. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do his day 3 split, which is gonna be shoulders and arms.
Helplessly pretending we'll get better.
That wraps up the entire workout. Now, one thing that Will has also been doing that he mentioned in his videos is that he's been going for a 300 calorie burn run every night before dinner. I'm already at the gym with the treadmill right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and just burn my 300 calories right here, right now on this run on the overall treadmill. I'll be honest with you, I haven't ran on the treadmill in God knows how long, so we're about to see how this 300 calorie run treats us. Alright, next meal of the entire day is some salmon with white rice and spinach. Will Tennyson eating white rice? I know it's a little nuts. When I first saw the video, I thought, Will, are you going through something? Are you okay? What's going on here? Personally, I'm just not that big of a fan of white rice, especially while trying to diet, trying to lean out. It is good, it is tasty. To me, it's just not as filling and not as satisfying as something like potatoes or even like popcorn. I don't usually eat rice while I'm dieting, while I'm trying to cut. When I was on prep for my show, I didn't eat rice, I think like once the entire prep, to be honest with you. But let's go give this a taste test though. As well as we have some salmon right here. Personally, I have grown to like salmon. I at first, wasn't really a big fan of salmon, but salmon is great for healthy fats. It's high in protein. Alrighty, last bite right here. If I had to give that meal a rating, I think I would give that like for me personally, like an 8 out of 10. I mean, the only thing that separates it from like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, right, is that it's not anything crazy, anything special. It's rice, vegetables, and salmon on there. Overall, it's well balanced, getting protein, your carbs, your fats in, fats coming from the salmon. Also getting your micronutrients, right, your vegetables in as well from the spinach. A very healthy meal, which is why I give it an 8 out of 10. Nothing like crazy as far as the creativity goes. It's just real simple. Personally though, I did enjoy it. I thought it was really good. As far as like overall fullness goes, I'm not like overly stuffed. I'm not necessarily still hungry. I'm relatively satisfied. I think that's kind of what Will is going for in his diet these days. He's not trying to chase that feeling of fullness all the time. He's just trying to be satisfied throughout the entire day. And honestly, that's the overall goal, is to be satisfied when you're done eating. Alrighty, so next meal of the entire day is some overnight protein oats. Basically, overnight oats, throws a scoop of protein powder in there, higher protein version of overnight oats in general. Super simple, super easy to make. You throw everything into a jar, shake it up, put it in the fridge, leave it overnight, and it's good to go for the next day. When it comes to eating oats, I'm really not that crazy big of a fan of oats. I only really like them if I'm like baking with them. Really just using them as like oat flour, just bake or cook with in general. But let's give these bad boys a little bit of a taste test. I mean, it's good. It's definitely sweet. And to be honest with you, I followed the recipe. Didn't add in any Splenda or stevia. I know Will said he wants to cut back on his artificial sweeteners, so I didn't add any of that, just to get a taste of what it was like in his video. And this is sweet enough, honestly. If you added some, it'd be even more sweet for those that like things like extra sweet. Overall rating, probably a 7.5 out of 10, to be honest with you. It tastes good. For me personally, I'm just not a huge fan of oats like this. It's just how it is. But no, a 7.5 out of 10 is, I think, pretty high on my scale, considering that I would give like regular oatmeal literally like a 5 out of 10. This right here is probably the most interesting meal of the entire day. Okay, so what we have going on here is some potatoes, avocado, bell peppers, kale, and tofu. Now, I'll be completely honest with you when it comes to tofu. I am not a big tofu eater. There's a lot of things actually that I don't really eat regularly in this dish. Bell peppers, yes. Potatoes, I'm all for it. Kale though, avocado, and tofu, I don't really eat a lot of avocado, to be honest with you, because it is very calorically dense. So it's kind of interesting to see Will throw a very calorically dense item in a cutting diet. Although it's not unheard of to eat avocado while you're on a cut, I personally allocate my fats though to other sources while I'm dieting and save space in my stomach for more voluminous foods and for those calories. Tofu, I'll be honest with you, I never eat tofu ever. I think this might actually be my first real time eating a full tofu dish. I've had very sparing bites of tofu in my lifetime, but I've never had it like this. This is actually only like half the dish. Calories, again, will be on the screen. All recipes will be in Will's video, which will be linked in the description down below if you want to check this out. But I've been waiting to try this dish out all day long, because I'm really curious to see how this tastes. Kale too, a vegetable that I don't normally eat. I eat a lot more baby spinach than anything else. So this is definitely gonna be a very interesting for me. So I'm trying to get a little bit of everything here if I can. I feel like I got a little bit of everything. To be honest with you, the tofu is very interesting. I'm not really sure if I even I'm not even sure if I really taste tofu, to be honest with you. I don't really know what tofu tastes like. I'm pretty sure it's just plain, and it absorbs everything else that it's cooked with. So it's kind of just absorbing a lot of different flavors, I think. Overall though, I mean, I love the potatoes, I love avocado, bell peppers, and kale. I might honestly maybe switch the kale out for baby spinach because that's normally what I like to eat, but it's not a bad little mix up. But I'll have to admit, this dish is actually very good. Honestly, what I love about this and this the entire day is just how well balanced the meals are, okay? We have protein, carbs, fats, we're getting fruits. This dish right here has, you know, both bell peppers and kale mixed into it. It has avocado for your fats. It has tofu as a source of protein. So if you're a vegan, you can actually eat and enjoy this dish. And it has potatoes for the source of carbs. There's the variety of foods that we've eaten throughout the, oh my gosh. There's a variety of different foods that I've eaten throughout the entire day. I'm actually very impressed with this cutting diet that he's on. And again, this is just half of the 900 calorie meal. I had the other half in the pot downstairs. I just didn't want to overflow my plate. So super filling, very high calorie. I can honestly eat just this half a plate and probably be satisfied. I'm going to eat this and I will see you guys in the last real meal or snack of the entire day. Okay, here we are with the last and final meal of the entire day. Really is a snack. We have some watermelon and some dark chocolate. I'll be honest with you, out of all the meals that I would have to give the most critique to, this would probably be it right here. Not because of necessarily the watermelon, not because of the dark chocolate specifically, but just simply because of, I guess, the lack of protein in this meal. Ideally, before bed, I would like to have a nice source of protein to maximize protein synthesis. Watermelon and dark chocolate aren't necessarily like ideal protein sources. However, it's all about calories in versus calories out. This is Will's cutting diet. He is having plenty of protein throughout the entire day. Ideally, I would like to have a little higher protein content before bed. Overall, the most important thing when it comes to just dieting and leaning out in general is just diet adherence, right? If he can eat this style of food every single day and he can stick to it for the long run, that is the most important thing when it comes to overall dieting. So I'm gonna give this watermelon a taste test. I do love me some watermelon. Now, dark chocolate. This was kind of an interesting selection here. I am more of a milk chocolate individual myself, or a white chocolate. Dark chocolate is just not my thing, I have to be honest with you, but let's go ahead and give this a try. Oh yeah, there's that bitterness to it. Yeah. Ooh, it's okay. It's alright. The watermelon's where it's at though. If I had to rank this meal, I'd probably give this like a 6 out of 10 to be honest with you. It would be a little higher than scale if you had a little bit more protein, and if this wasn't dark chocolate. Like, dark chocolate sucks. Alrighty, and that pretty much concludes today's full day of eating like Will Tennyson. You know, I'll be honest with you, I thoroughly enjoyed today's full day of eating. It was definitely a little bit different from what I personally am used to. And honestly, I love the wide variety of food that he has included in his day-to-day. I love the equal balance between protein, carbs, fats, you know, fruits, vegetables. He doesn't exclude anything. You know, throughout the entire day, I was not overly stuffed. I wasn't hungry. I was pretty much satisfied throughout the whole entire day. This diet has a very well balance between like just volume of food, but not something that's just overbearing at the same time. Anyways, I am wrapping the video up here. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new. It's your boy Joe. Peace.